For every 7-foot demigod prospect or unicorn that gets hyped up and actually pans out to be one of them guys, like KD, obviously Wembanyama, or even Porzingis to some extent, there's at least double the amount of flops. And as y'all can tell from the title, today we're talking about one of the biggest in today's game, that man Bol Bol. Because ain't gonna lie, enough is enough. The man is on his third team and is still somewhat early career. And at this point, I just believe he's shown us what he is, and at the very least, the majority of what he'll become. Because I know we like putting crazy hype on these physically gifted players like Bol Bol, because we don't see them very often. I'm talking about 7'3", 7'8" wingspan. That's crazy. And it's fun. It really is fun to have hope. But the jig is up. Anyone who believes he's going to be putting up 25 a game one day, tween hezzying like KD, mixing people up, swatting stuff like Embiid at some point in his career, you need to go ahead and chill for me. I know he dropped a 25-point double-double recently, and that's cool. But we all know this is not a consistent thing. And I really don't ever mean to come off like no hater. But when Shaq is out here saying stuff like the only reason Bol Bol doesn't play like Victor Wembanyama is because he's lazy, and acting as if it's not a talent thing, it just shows me that clearly we're not all on the same page as far as this man's ability. And in this video, we're just going to talk about what's up with Bol Bol in terms of this man's career from like the very beginning, like his rookie year, pretty much until where we are now. We'll discuss his abilities and what the future really looks like, not even in a rude way, but the reality. So yeah, y'all go ahead and let me know in the comments, how good do you believe Bol Bol is really? And yeah, really quick before I go any further, what's up YouTube? Plug Speaks, back with another video. If you're new, first of all, welcome, go ahead and sub. Also like the video if you enjoy. I upload quality basketball content and we're on the ground for 5K, so I'd most definitely appreciate it. But back to the video. Now, as y'all may have noticed, at this point in Bol Bol's career, I'm not really of the mindset that he should be given the benefit of the doubt. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, because like I said, he's shown us the majority of what he'll become, and we'll discuss exactly what that is further into the video. But I do want to acknowledge the fact that it wasn't always like this. You see, at one point, I too was on the Bol Bol hype train, like, come on now, let's get it. You see, because when Bol Bol first entered the NBA, there was plenty of reason to believe he might just tear up the league one day, like KD 2.0. He entered the league as the 44th pick in the 2019 NBA draft, where he was picked up by the Miami Heat and acquired by the Denver Nuggets through a trade that same night. And at the time, let me tell you, this was a huge pickup. I'm talking about the Denver Nuggets. They had a reason to celebrate even before their 2023 championship, because yeah, Bol Bol went late in the second round or whatever with the 44th pick, but it had less to do with his game and more so to do with his injury scares. You see, in college, Bol Bol played 9 games for Oregon before unfortunately going down with a foot injury which he needed surgery for. However, in the 9 games he did play, the man was most definitely hooping. He put up an average of 21 points, 10 rebounds, and just under 3 blocks on 56% shooting from the field and 52% shooting from 3. I mean, come on now. Who's gonna look at these type of numbers, this type of performance, and not feel like they just got a steal by landing him with the 44th pick? Nobody, or at least nobody with some sense. So yeah, coming out of college, the hype around Bol Bol, it was definitely there, you know what I'm saying? It was articles being dropped. Denver Nuggets just got the best prospect. The 2019 draft, Denver Nuggets just landed the biggest steal. Denver Nuggets, or why Bol Bol is going to prove everyone wrong down the line in the future. And again, based on what he has shown up to that point, who can blame anyone who had these thoughts and ideas? Then you add in the fact that he's a son of NBA legend Manute Bol, and it's like, come on now. It was super easy to root for the kid. Like, yes, I want him to be successful. However, unfortunately, as soon as his NBA career began, essentially, he's been riddled with injuries since joining the NBA. He played 7 games in his rookie season, and some of the major ones included a foot injury in his second year, which put him out for 12 weeks straight. And if I just put on the screen real quick, Bol Bol's injury history, I mean, it speaks for itself. He got foot, left foot, and then consecutively health and safety protocols, conditioning, his ankle, health and safety protocols, and all of this spans from the very beginning in 2019 all the way to present day in 2024. I mean, literally, what can you say? Because obviously, man, nobody trying to sit here and blame him for being injured. You can't really even control that. But the sad reality reveals itself and comes to light between him barely being available and just not showing much of anything crazy on a consistent basis when he is available. And honestly, it's just tough because we're talking about stuff that, you feel me, these injuries affect your quality of life. This isn't just, you know, an injury where it's like a sprain on your shooting hand where, damn, I can't really hoop for real, I can't really shoot how I want to. My guy, a foot injury? Again, these are injuries that are really gonna affect your quality of life. I don't wish this on nobody. But yeah, back to the main point. You see, between all these injuries beginning his career, the Nuggets eventually, they gave up on the Bol Bol project. They realized, you know, they got ample talent between Jokic, Jamal Murray, and even Michael Porter Jr., who's another unicorn. So yeah, it was just too much, and they traded him. Now, his first time in which he played over 30 games was in his 4th season on the Orlando Magic, in which he actually played 70 games, which is pretty impressive. It's just the only problem here is the fact that he ain't show us much. In his first real opportunity at minutes with a solid sample size of 70 games, he was average. He averaged just under 10 points, 6 rebounds and a block on 56% shooting from the field and 26% shooting from 3, which is just, come on now, very far off from what many people expected or hoped to see from him. And let me tell y'all the main reason why I believe that season on the Magic showed us so much in particular. It's because of the opportunity that was granted to him. Again, you know, 20 minutes per game, a decent sample size of 70 games, and he just ain't do much. And it's not as if it's a situation like Kuminga or Moses Moody on the Warriors where they have a base talent of, you know, top tier guys and you can't really get minutes because the team is winning. No, the Magic, they're just now getting right. Shout out to Paolo Banchero and the boys, but you know, last season they wasn't amazing, and therefore Bol Bol was able to get minutes and he just ain't do too much. So yeah, moving forward to present day, as we all know, Bol Bol began the year on the Phoenix Suns, and as y'all can see on the screen, his numbers don't do much to vouch for his contribution to the team. So I'd rather talk about his ability and just what he can provide. And if we look at his recent 25-point performance, we gotta give him credit in saying he showed an ability to play within his role. A majority of his baskets came from being fed directly in a position to score, whether it was a dunk or a catch and shoot 3. Y'all go watch the highlights. There wasn't much off the dribble, and I feel as though, you know, that's good. He doesn't need to enter that bag of tween hezzy and much to be a solid contributor, because I mean, we don't even really know if he can do it at that high level on a consistent basis. So yeah, man, I'm fixing to wrap this video up, but I want to do it in saying, you know, the realistic expectations that we should have for this man Bol Bol. And I believe at best it's that 6-man kind of role that, you know, he was sort of playing when he dropped that 25-point performance. And I mean, that was such a good performance that it led to Kevin Garnett tweeting and giving him a little cosign saying that the Suns are finally getting their return on investment off landing this dude. So yeah, you know, it's a good role. I mean, we really don't even know if he could handle heavy minutes, starter type of minutes, based off his injury history. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Y'all let me know in the comments, am I tripping? Do you believe Bol Bol has that type of Victor Wembanyama kind of ceiling? Why not? And yeah, man, like the sub, share it, sub if new, all of that. I'll see y'all in the next one, and I'm out.